sad songs. Again, they sing about death.
Now come autumn.
What do they know about death?
Without
They know about
you,
life,
what
they're so
will
young.
I do?
Let the
Without
customers
you,
seem
what
satisfied.
will I do? Now wither the
So
flowers of
attentive they are.
that once
Look at
had
them nodding
listened with
content, with everything downbeat and hopeless. They should only be short on the rent.
Without you, oh, what will I do?
These are new times, these are fat times, these are smug times, much ado times. And how soon we forget. Well, my grandmother could have taught these girls a thing or two about life and death, and hardship. So often she would say to me, beware the next pogrom. The Cossacks will always come, she said. They'll come for you by night and drag you from your bed. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. To be honest, I didn't know what she was talking about. There weren't any Cossacks in Brooklyn, at least not by the time I was born. This is America, I would tell her. We don't have pogroms here. When she died, I was 13 and recently bar mitzvahed. I knew it all. I went to school, I worked odd jobs, the pogrom never came. I dropped out of school, I worked odd jobs, the pogrom never came. After Pearl Harbor, I joined special services. I got through the war, I was discharged, I got married to my Shirley. I worked the mountains as a comic. I did a couple of Sullivan shows on television. And then, my pogrom came. The Cossacks will always come, she said. They'll come for you by night and drag you from your bed. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. The congressman asked me my name. Sidney Farmer, I told him. Also known as Sidney Feldman, he asked. Yes, Congressman. Are you a member of the Communist Party? Me? Yes, you. Then I got cute. I said, listen, Congressman, I'm a comic, not a commie. The only Marx I know is Groucho. A few people laughed. Not the Congressman. This is very serious, Mr. Feldman, he warned. I looked at my lawyer, who was just covering his face. I pleaded the fifth. Too late, Mr. Feldman. What do you mean too late? You've already begun answering. It's too late to plead the fifth. But I was only joking. The Cossacks will always come, she said. They'll come for you by night and drag you from your bed. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. The congressman asked me to read a list. You know any of these people, Mr. Feldman? He asked. Well, sure, a couple of them. Did you attend a meeting of the Russo-American Friends Committee with the people on that list? Is that why I'm here? Were you there, Mr. Feldman? Well, sure, once. The war was on. Russia was an ally. A friend invited me. Which friend invited you? I didn't answer right away. Just confirm your friend's name and you're free to go. Just like that. Just like that. The Cossacks will always come, she said. They'll come for you by night and drag you from your bed. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. We're waiting, Mr. Feldman. Well, I can't remember. You can't remember. Yes, Congressman, I can't remember. You can't remember who invited you. That's right. You said it was a friend. Well, yes, a friend at the time. Read the list, Mr. Feldman. Which friend? Or should I say comrade invited you to a meeting of that Communist Front organization? Well, I don't recall. Are you perjuring yourself to this committee, Mr. Feldman? No, I just don't recall. Besides yourself, who else on that list attended the meeting? I don't know. The truth, Mr. Feldman. I don't know. Mr. Feldman, I don't know! The Cossacks will always come, she said. They'll come for you by night and drag you from your bed. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. It was none of his business who was there. We were just a bunch of entertainers in special services. We played for some Russian soldiers and diplomats in New York, and they invited us to the meeting. I didn't even want to go, but Bernie Rose said, "Come on, Sid, it'll be fun." I don't know, Bernie. Those slinky Russian broads will be there. Maybe for a little while. So we all went. It was political, and it was dull, and there were no broads. So we left. Bernie Rose talked to the same committee and same congressman. That's how they got my name. Bernie talked. I didn't. Neither one of us ever got work in show business again. Now, I was lucky. I'd saved my money. I bought this place. Poor Bernie blew his brains out. Maybe once a week they'll come, maybe once a year they'll come, maybe once a lifetime, but they'll come. Beware the next pogrom. Grandmother was right. There are always pogroms. Jewish pogroms in Russia, Holocaust in Germany, Negro pogroms in the South, political pogroms in Washington.
Now wither the flowers of springtime that once had glistened with dew. Now come autumn and winter. Without you, oh, what will I do? Without you, oh, what will I do? Now wither the flowers of
sad
springtime
songs.
that
As long as
once
they stay out of
had
politics,
glistened with
they can
dew.
sing here anytime.
Now
Too bad I
come
let him watch
autumn
solo
and
after his first
winter.
appearance.
Without
he'd be
you,
such a
oh,
hit.
what will I do?
But it's best to be safe.
Without you,
Right,
oh,
Barney?
what will I do?
Right, Grandmother?